wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops, then find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry for spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Face, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, sun up, baby.
Yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeant is with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching Offscript, and today is the Afterglow show with you, me, and my favorite co-host from the Bowling Strike Zone, my boy, Kofi Hemmingway.
What up, boy?
What's good, man? Talk to me, man. How was your weekend?
Man, what's going on, man? You looking good with the, got a nice little touch up with the little dreads there on the end. I see. You're making it happen. All right, though, boy.
Yeah, you looking a little crispy too. Like you got a new phone. You got a new phone and stuff. You looking a little real crispy over there. Yeah,
crispy.
Real
Extra
4K,
crispy.
looking real 4K-ish over there.
It was that Paula Patton chicken, so yeah, we oh Lord. Okay. I'm gonna be good, I think, on tonight.
Boy, I just got some water on my sweats, bro. You're trash. I just want to be very clear about that. You are super trash right now. All right. So let's get it. Oh man, see, that's why I can't show you nothing, man, because you be taking it to another level. I just try to enlighten you in your social media game.
That was something. That was traumatic for me. I want you to know that was traumatic. Like, I just had like, holy moly, like people were talking about it all over. I was like, I'm late. I was like,
yeah. You was late. Shout out to the booster of the year, Dr. Lori Wilson, FAMU grad. Shout out to her dentistry. You know what I'm saying? Down in Montgomery.
Oh yes.
Shout out to her.
Dr. Lori, you are amazing. You are you are a template of what we all want to be. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
She's gonna put my crowns in next week. So I'll be back in Montgomery to get these crowns put on so I can finally eat some whole food. Okay. So I'm over here been struggling. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What you been eating? Smoothies and soup?
Listen, bro, let me tell you story time, right? So
oh Jesus.
So I was doing really well just drinking I was doing the Kanye West. I drink a Boost for breakfast, an Ensure for dessert, right? So I was doing really well. So then this lovely black queen over here, she like, babe, you want some Bojangles? I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds real nice. I say, hey, but just give me all the soft stuff. Beans, beans, mashed potatoes, and a biscuit, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm eating the stuff, it's going well. So I get the biscuit and I put jelly on my biscuit, strawberry jam, that's the only way to do it. So I'm putting the jelly on the biscuit and I'm eating and I'm chewing on the biscuit. And as I'm chewing, the temporary crown lifts up off. Yeah, it lifts up and out and then it just like comes out of my mouth and I'm like, and all I could do is look at her. I was so hot, bro. You talking about hot? I was hot and it cracked. So now I'm in the bathroom trying to put Fix-A-Dit.
Bruh.
I felt like I was 90 years old trying to put Fix-A-Dit on that drink and trying to put it and place it back. And then, she knows it's her fault, but she come over there trying to be all helpful. Like, oh, is there anything I can do for you? She gonna bring a paper towel, talk about you need to dry it off. It was just all bad, bro. It was all bad, but I fixed it. So
that, that really, just gave me the flashbacks. I think I'm ahead of your time. But, back in the day, Captain Kangaroo used to come on. Did he come on in your time?
Nah, I don't know. Okay.
But anyway, you used to have this little thing that used to come on and be like, brush your teeth round and round. Circles for gums and all. They brush that toothbrush the round way to keep the gums healthy and stop tooth decay. And clean very carefully 3 times a day. Go round and round. Say what? Round and
yeah. I don't know nothing about that. That's before my time. That's before my time. But yeah, man, that's a little story time for y'all in my trials of
Jesus, bro. Like people be tripping, but them tooth issues make you want to slap somebody for real. Like,
man, listen. If you got kids out there and they listen to this, hey, tell your kids to brush their teeth and floss. It's not a game out here. Or Dr. Lloyd Wilson's gonna get a lot of money from you. She got a lot of money from me. So yeah, different life. All right, real quick, let's get into it. Rest in peace, first of all, Dwayne Haskins. Rest in peace to him. Man, it was a lot of pushback for a lot of comments that people were making in regards to it. Adam Schefter got a lot of heat for his tweet.
What in the world did he say?
he put like Dwayne Haskins, you know, struggling to get on with the Washington Commanders and the Pittsburgh Steelers was found dead. Like everybody was like, bro, you didn't have to put that, bro. Like, you know, you didn't have to put anything negative in the tweet. So he had to delete that and do another one.
Dear white people, when black athletes die, please be quiet. Dear white people, when black athletes or black actors or black entertainers die, and there is something that is controversial in their life, please take several seats and be quiet.
Yeah. So
thank you.
And then Gil Brandt said some racist stuff. It was just bad. It was just bad all overall. But shout out to his, I mean, not shout out, but like, you know, condolences to his family, his son.
I literally felt that because this was a young.
Yes, super young, 24.
He's a young black man.
Yeah.
Who was in the process. I believe in my heart of hearts that he was with the right people. You know, with the Steelers, he was with the right organization. They were going to, you know, do their best to take care of him. He was around, you know, just they have the framework and the structure in Pittsburgh to help him get to where I believe he desired to get. And it wasn't a rush. You know what I'm saying? But the brother was supremely talented. I mean, anybody that did what he did to a Nick Saban defense, I mean, he could do it. And my heart just goes out, man, because I hated to see that happen. I haven't felt like that since the Dolphins had lost, I want to say David Overstreet back in the day. That was devastating for me as well. And I know that was before your time, but still, he was an Oklahoma running back that, you know, was on his way to being a 1,000-yard rusher for Dan Marino. Had he stayed, that would have been huge.
He said $1,000. That kind of made me chuckle.
All right,
but yeah. So shout out to oh my gosh, stop saying condolences to his family, his kid, his son, his wife, and things of his family. So got some breaking news.
Let's go.
Michael Strahan them put them boys in some suits. Listen, and when people said I was coming for Michael, he should have been did this, okay?
Exactly.
Listen, he should have been did. All right, now, you know, I don't like telling black people what to do with their money, but he should have been did. How you give
Dion?
Come on,
Jackson
man.
State.
And not even your own alma mater first? Come on, bro. Your alma mater gets sloppy seconds, bro. Now your alma mater is copying, technically. Your alma mater is copying, but today they got fitted for shoot. Shout out to Michael Strahan for making that happen. Listen, that Strahan collection is actually pretty damn good. I got about 6 shirts of my own from that Strahan collection, and them drinks is not cheap, but they nice though. So shout out to Michael Strahan for doing that. Put them boys in suits. Give my boy Andrew Body, you know, official, like a referee with a whistle. All right. So let's get to the spring game recap. Kofi, did you go to the game?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me. How was the energy? How was the environment? Talk to me.
The environment was absolutely amazing, man. It was absolutely amazing. There was about 10,000. What is wrong with you? Let me get back in character. All right. There was about 10,000 rattlers up in there. There was that guy. You messing me up, man. Let me start. All right,
I'm good now because I was drinking. Why you always be trying to play when I be drinking?
Look, all right. So there was about 10,000 people there. Okay. And it was an amazing, I want to say, opportunity to just display what was going on, you know, what's going on with Rattler football. Now, obviously the spring game is not a championship game. It's not a regular season game. So you're not going to show everything that you can show because obviously I saw a few people from Jackson State with cameras and stuff at the game and stuff. There'll be people be spying and everything and they'll be watching on video. So you can't put all of your schemes out there because there will be people watching. For the record, Jackson State, we will be at your spring game watching you and seeing what you got going.
Yeah.
Now, just for the record, okay, but I thought it was for what it was. I love the draft that they put on, just starting with the whole week. The draft that they had, I thought it was very innovative, a very creative way. Yes, I was there. I did have on an orange jacket, correct?
All right.
All right. So it was very good. The crowd was there, the band was there, Mercer's football team was there, and there were several recruits that were at the game. 3, 4, and 5-star recruits. Their parents were there. It was an outstanding opportunity for FAMU to showcase a great day. And of course, the students were there, the DJs were there. Okay, so let me get to the football. So it wasn't anything I want to say spectacular, but if you're watching closely, you know, I did not like the first pass from Jerry, from Mr. Musa. I was like, bro, like, we done brought you all the way from here. Now you playing like you at Vanderbilt and stuff with this pick six you doing. So
hold on, I got my notes. He missed the dump off, right? So there was I said Musa pick, he didn't hit his dump off, his dump off. So what happened is if you go back and watch the pick, they do like a 3-route combo, but the middle guy, he just sits and does, like, we call it a now route or a stop route, and he just sits right there. Musa didn't. He should have went with him. That's the dump off pass. He didn't go there. He went to the middle of the field while being pressured. You don't do that.
Right.
Gets the pick. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
And what I saw also, obviously, with that pressure, he played off of his back foot, which was, you know, that's for me. I was just like, okay, on your back foot, you got to be able to set your feet so you can make your throws. Now, pressure gets to everybody, just for the record. People like, oh, you know, he's bad under pressure. Brady is bad under pressure. You saw what the Tampa Bay Bucks did to my man Mahomes in the Super Bowl. There's no quarterback that's going to, quote unquote, thrive under pressure. But what you want to see is an ability to do check downs, to do your reads, to find something to keep the ball, as my man Hank used to say, matriculating down the field. So that's what you want to see. But overall, after that, now Musa, his release is nice. He is smooth. He's athletic. They weren't letting the QBs get out a whole lot to run. That wasn't the flavor.
But he got out on one play early in the first quarter, and he looked like he got some legs. He can move. Go ahead. He can move.
Right. He's smooth with his release and his delivery, and I like the way he was reading. He had a pass to number 3 that he overthrew, but to me, I was like, bro, if he hits that, everybody's gonna be like, he gonna be starting right there. That boy needs to be starting. Who that boy number Musa?
See, you've been doing this way too long to be having phone calls in between this joint. See,
we back in?
Yeah, you got a phone call, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I thought you had a phone. I said you've been doing this for too long to be getting phone calls at this time. Go ahead, go ahead. And it wasn't even on my fault.
Your screen went out first, so I was like, "Oh Lord, what in the world is happening?"
Go ahead.
All right. I want to say the FAMU defense, and I knew that the green defense was going to be off the chain. Really, because Coach Smitty, who's the defensive coordinator, when they were doing the draft, he made sure
he got all the studs.
He got his guys. So I knew from jump, I was like, boy, this green team is loaded on defense. They're gonna be doing a little something. So I knew that, and the way they tried to hamper, really with the orange team, they had the quarterbacks on the orange team, but the receivers, the main receivers, the starting receivers in particular, your Zays and stuff like that, they were on the green team. Mm-hmm. Now, which brings me to my boy Cameron Sapp, number 2, because I was like, bro, that's my dude. I really want him to do well. I've been wanting him to do well, but he ain't shown me enough in that game for me to be
on the band.
Got it.
Yeah. Champion.
Now, staying with the quarterbacks, Meritovic did pretty good. I liked his connection with the guy from Wayne State, number 13, Trevante Davis. He's going to be a baller for FAMU. But mainly, man, just number 3 for FAMU on the orange team, Leland Wilhoit, he's going to be a beast, for us. And, by and large, just want to be able to get through that game pretty healthy. Let me go. Let's say defense. I said, okay. So McKay didn't really do, he didn't do, McKay. He was McKay. All right. So he wasn't bad now. Let me tell you again. Because again,
oh man,
you have to look at the fact, and this is what I know. Okay. It's twofold, threefold, really, because you're not showing all of the things that you're going to do. That being said, he did not throw an interception, which is McKay ball. Okay. But he didn't do anything spectacular to make it be like, bro, he has got this thing down. He's got reads. He's learned from last year. He's taking it to another level. It is not easy to be to go against our defense, especially with just the skates. We're not trading McKay, so shut up and leave him alone. He ain't going nowhere. All right. Now, my issue is obviously you're not showing everything, but I'm going to need to know by the fall that our schemes have been updated. Like when you open your phone the next day and it'd be like, you have been updated.
That's fair.
All right. I want to know that our schemes are going to be updated. That one back set, I'm ready to see it gone. And I know that that's not the only set that we have, but that's all that we ran on Saturday. There were no multiple back sets. There was not a whole lot of motion with what we were doing. There was no real innovation. It was just like get open, find the read, make the play, keep it moving. Yeah. Very vanilla with what we were doing. Now, in spite of that, Jennings showed out. Like Jennings,
he looked really good. He looks really good.
Jennings looks good. I think obviously McLeod's going to be good. If
Coach
number one, our QB, the transfer from Georgia State, if he's healthy, he's going to be good. But we're pretty stable with our running backs. And there's going to be more, of course, that you're going to see as we sign and get ready for the fall. There'll be more people that are going to be transferring in. So they're not done tweaking that roster up and to the place. Now, our linemen are big. Our offensive linemen are big. Okay. But we need to show a little bit more quickness and explosiveness from the line standpoint. Because I know a lot of people, even if you look at, I want to say your North Dakota lines, North Dakota State, even the Southeastern Louisiana State.
Dang. Dang. That's tough. That's tough.
That's bad.
That's a tough one. Oh, and news, Shiloh, yeah, he's out for the season too with a torn ACL as well. So, but go ahead.
Okay, but they're going to sign some more people. So just for the record, and I love Destin Coates. He's a homeboy. So I'm praying that.
Yeah, he a Tallahassee native too. So.
Yeah, so that was very disappointing. But the Southeastern Louisiana offensive line and the other top lines in the country are athletic. They're not necessarily big where they just overpower you, but they're able to get in position to keep, to keep, put their man or put a body in front of the people that are rushing. So if you can maneuver very well as an offensive lineman, then ideally that's kind of what you want to see. And even if I go back to the Georgia Southern days or the great Georgia Southern teams, their linemen weren't overly big. It was just their schemes and what they were able to do with that scheme that opened up hole after hole after hole and opportunities. Like, my next door neighbor, when I was living in Atlanta in Beaufort, he played offensive lineman for Georgia Southern. I was like, bro, you played offensive? Yeah, I played offensive lineman for Georgia Southern, back in the day. And, Irk Russell and them, man, we won a couple of national titles. I was like, bro, you were shorter than me. Like, how in the world? But it's like, man, our schemes and stuff, the way we set up to block people, we just move people out the way. Size is a big thing, but it's not everything. And let me close out by saying, obviously, Xavier was as advertised on Saturday. I think he got his mojo back. He lost it last year, having dealt with all those injuries. And, he did some stuff last year. I was like, bro, he has lost his confidence and mojo. I think he appeared to get it back at the Florida Classic, but He did drop a bunch of balls at the during playoff. I was like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, you need to tighten up.
Yeah,
But
X-Man I think he needs to be all world this year for you guys to even have a chance to do anything special in the season, from in my personal opinion. But
yeah, I think he just needs to play Zay ball, because again, the receiver core with Xavier,
Sharif,
Trevonte Davis, Manigo, that's enough. Somebody gonna get open, and then you couple that with our tight end.
Now that's who needs to be. Listen, there should be not a play down formation that Kamari Young is not in the, like, he needs to be on the field every down.
He is the game changer. That's what I'm talking about with schemes and just decisions. He's got great hands. Like, even if you go back to the Alabama State game, when he caught the opening touchdown, he one-handed the ball, tipped it into his hand, and caught it and ran for the touchdown. He does not get caught from behind. Low key, if he continues to ball and develop, he'll be able to play on Sundays. That's how much I think of him. I
gotta see his measurables. But as of right now, I think he could probably be the number 2 tight end in the SWAC. I think the top 3 tight ends right now, in my personal opinion, be Kamari Everett, Kamari Young. It's a lot of Kamaris. Them Kamaris. Something about them Kamaris. But the Kamari Everett, Kamari Young, and then Ethan Howard. Those would be my 3. And then I think for my breakout will probably be Gents from Jackson State. If he gets a chance to make plays, I think he can make plays as well. So, but
absolutely.
I do think the SWAC needs to focus on tight ends a lot more. But go ahead.
Absolutely. But let me just say, just overall, I'm not panicking with the offense, because again, I want to see more schemes. I knew it was going to be vanilla. I knew it was going to be very basic, but that's what we saw. But that's what I kind of see a whole lot with what we've been seeing lately with the Simmons thing. And I want to make sure, especially, just really going forward, you're going to have a couple of teams that are going to be able to watch you the entire summer. They're going to be scheming the entire summer, watching everything that we do. So if you don't take the time to come out with something or different formulas or different ways to get our playmakers the ball, I'm going to be very concerned about, just the offensive scheme from that standpoint. I want to see more creativity.
I'll say this before I move on to the Southern, just a quick look back at Southern. The thing with fam that I'm looking to see is innovation in positioning. Not really the formations, but I want to see X-Man more in the slot. I want to see X more in close, easy reads, maybe quick screens and smoke screens and tunnel screens and things like I just want to see you try to get the ball in his hands for he can make plays. Like that, to me, that's the kind of player he is. You just want to get him touches to get him going. So he needs to have, to me, like he can be an Antonio Brown type player. Him and Sheree both. There's no reason that him and Sheree shouldn't have at least 7 targets each coming out of a game. And you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean catches, just targets. They need at least about 7 targets per player, because I think they're that special, both of them, and they're special with the ball in the hand. But that's the thing for Willie Simmons for me is, can you make the adjustments? Can you do what you're supposed to do? Being an offensive guy, can you make the adjustments you're supposed to make and be explosive on the offense side of the ball? Now, going to Southern, right, on the spring game recaps, because I think for me, the biggest takeaway for me with the Southern, and I just think that their offense is going to be something that is going to have a lot of people trying to deal with it because of the speed aspect. And once again, I kept saying it reminds me of Oregon. When Chip Kelly was at Oregon and Bama's was faking injuries to stop the ball, I think you're going to be on that playing field, because one thing about speed when it comes to defenses and offenses is that you're going to have to declare early, because you don't know when the ball is going to be hiked. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to relay calls in to your defense, You know what I'm saying? You're not going to have enough time for your defense to look at the play, get the call right, and then the offense is already running the ball. You're already behind. So what's going to happen is usually on the week of a game, preparing for a team like that, you have a base call. So when they start going into that fast no huddle, you give a signal that you're in a base call, and everybody knows what it is. So depending on how long that lasts, you're still in the same base, and that helps the offense because I know what you're in. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to blitz. You're not going to do anything exotic because you can't keep up with the speed. And I think that offense is going to be something really special, especially with those backs. And, you know, I always say, if you think you can run the ball, you can't. Southern does it 10 times better. So it's going to be a matchup. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the game, but it's definitely something to go check out.
You know, really with the SWAC in terms of, when you're talking about playing and competing for championships, everything comes down to your QB play, your schemes and all that other stuff. And Southern's, their skill people have always been pretty good. They're very good. And Dooley is an offensive guy. He's creative. I like what he does. But I believe their overall success is going to come down with their QBs. And really their execution, and they're going to have to bring it just because, you know, that SWAC West is looking very, very, very competitive. And, you know, Andrew Body knows, and I want to say Andrew Body and them.
Everybody!
You know, the cone, the children of the corn, and, you know, them lings at Grambling and all them.
Man, it's gonna be, I think the only
smoking their cigars and weed and stuff.
The only team you got to watch guarantee wins is for UAPB. Like that's the only team you can guarantee like that's not going to do anything special is probably UAPB. And the only reason they going to score points is my boy Trey is the kicker. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got for you if you go to UAPB. That's all I got for you.
I don't want to, you know, and again, I hate to dog them out, but it is what it is till they show something different. I will say, obviously, there's no team in the SWAC that you can sleep on except for UAPB. But
facts.
You know, they just got to step up, and that's just it. They weren't that far removed from the SWAC spring championship game, but you know, they just totally went away after the Alcorn game in the fall. So they're gonna have to do something else.
All right, so real quick, somebody asked me what offense, and I don't have to go over the spring review. Y'all Bamas can read. All right, so the offense that Jackson State is going to run is going to be pistol. It's going to be a straight pistol style Nevada. You know, the back behind you shift. You know, usually in pistol sometimes, and I'm not an expert, so you know, but I've seen it a couple times. Usually your back starts off behind you. If you remember the old Colin Kaepernick, San Francisco style, you know what I'm saying? So, but then you can move the running back depending on how you want the protection to go, right? So if you feel that you have an advantage on the left side, you'll send your running back to the left. You probably send him out to take the linebacker with him so you can open up the back. But you're going to see a lot of pistol. You're going to see a lot of pistol style offense with them. Maybe, you know, and a lot of mesh. Oh my, I listen. The one thing about the air raid I cannot stand is the mesh. The mesh concept, it works, but it takes forever. So let me take you back to early Jackson State offense when I kept saying all they do is do a drag and a dig. Literally that's all they were doing all like the first 4 games. They would do a drag and a dig. Well, instead of the dig, you're adding another shallow cross and they're meshing, and that's what mesh points are. Well, what most teams do is they just go zone on that. They just pass it off. And it takes a long time. It takes a long time for this to meet up and match, especially. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I do think Jackson State has the players because what they're gonna try to do, they're gonna try to stretch the field. So what you saw last year is gonna be a microcosm of what you're going to see this year. You're going to see them throw the ball down the field. They're going to give Shador probably throws one of the best deep balls in the SWAC. So you're going to see him give his opportunities to Shane Hooks, to the Malachi Weidmans, to Kevin Coleman. You're going to see that ball go over your head. If it doesn't go over your head, it's going down to a dump down to the running back or it's going to a dump down to but I'm telling you, If you don't have somebody over top of one of them dudes, they are going to throw it over your head. It's just that simple. Not if it's fast paced. If it's fast paced, you can still throw it over your head. That's not. And listen, guys, just because you think something is fast paced does not take it. It still takes something long to develop. Understand what I'm saying, right? Developing of a route, that means you're waiting for the. Bama just be out here talking. So listen, when I say it's going to take a long time to develop, is that you don't throw a mesh route in the first window. That's not how mesh routes work. Mesh routes work, you hit the secondary window. So this will be the first window. You're looking on the back half to throw it. That's why it takes a long time to develop. That's why most teams go zone, so they spread their linebackers out to make them have to throw it in front of them so they make the tackle. But I'm getting too deep into it. Just know it takes a long time to develop mesh routes. It is what it is. It just happens, okay? Unless you do an instant drag, and it still takes a while because you got to cross the linebackers. Okay, anyway, okay. But that's my thing, okay? That's just my little 2 cents. But you are going to see the ball go down the field. I do believe that you're going to see 10, 20, 30-yard fade routes. You're going to see that come up.
Absolutely. I mean, but that's what, really the whole jump ball game is not going anywhere with Jackson State. That's a part of their repertoire and what they do. The big plays, being able to push the ball down the field. That's what they want to do. But more importantly, what Deion Sanders was looking to do last year, he was not satisfied with the run game and what they did with it. Yeah. So developing that run game helps them to be able to maintain the ball, win the the time clock. I think of what I'm trying to say. Win that whole time of possession. That's what I want to say. Win the whole time of possession, maintain the ball, keep the good defense off the field so they can be even more dominant than what they were last year. But again, that physicality at the line of scrimmage is what I'm sure they want to try to establish, because if you run the ball, that opens things up. And if Shedeur is one-dimensional against your top teams, they won't get away with that this year.
I don't believe they will as well. And to answer Mr. Campbell's question, it's still the air raid. There are concepts of the air raid. You can have different formations and still run air raid concepts, and that's what they're doing. They're going to run air raid concepts. So you're going to see a lot of motion, and with air raid concepts, there's usually 3 routes, right? You always have a dump off, you always have a middle guy, and you always have a deep route. Now, some people read it differently. How I was taught, you go high to low. You know what I'm saying? Some people go low to high. It all depends on how that offensive coordinator wants you to read it. But most times, the offensive coordinator wants you to go high to low. So your first route is the go route, then the middle, and then you already know what your dump off is. Your running back coming out the backfield. That just is how it is. Next up, listen, I got to talk about this. This game right here might be this game right here might be serious. This game right here. This might be a game.
Tennessee State played Jackson State later in the year.
It would have been
a different game.
That would have been a different goal. Man, listen. What Eddie George is doing at Tennessee State is low key, very, very, and he's so low key about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not really out there. Shout out to Light On Sports for putting all the information out. Shout out to my boy Blue. He just dropped a video on Tennessee State. It's in the link in the description below if you want to watch that. He talks about the recruits they just got. The boy wonder. He always got the encyclopedia. But this Southern Heritage Classic might literally be a classic.
It ain't gonna be like Mike in it. Man, it's gonna be a game. Because again, he's 1 year in. Last year, they were just getting their bearings. I mean, Grambling beat them in the first game. So, they hadn't gotten their bearings yet. They had a new staff, new schemes, changing the culture, all of that stuff. And then you're playing a Jackson State team with transfers, a defense you had not seen. All of that stuff was just a recipe for a blowout.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I see people are here talking about they don't have a quarterback, right? Yes and no. because I want to take y'all back. Okay, people are acting like Shador was that guy. Okay, like Shador didn't win you no games. I want to be very clear. Shador did not win you no games. When you average 21 points per game, that's not your offense leading you to victory. All right. The defense won those games. So you're not asking. Tennessee State could have a situation where they're not asking. And yes, they do have the quarterback from Auburn, Shylil Garnett. I think that's his name, Shylil Garnett. But you're probably not going to ask them. And they still have Sterling Sharp coming back, the running back, Sterling Shepard or Sterling Sharp. They're building up on defense. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to be very clear. Just because they don't have a quarterback does not mean they don't have a game manager, okay? You can have a game manager and still win a game, i.e. Shador, okay? I.e. FAMU, you know what I'm saying? So let's not act like game managers can't win you games if they don't mess you up. Oh, Amisha got drafted. Shout out to Amisha. Just got drafted. Shout out to her, all right? So that's my thing. So when you have situations like that, it goes in situations to where, you know what I'm saying, like you can have different modes. You can have different ways of winning a game just because you don't. Now, is quarterback the most important? Absolutely. You want to have a decent game. You want a decent quarterback, but you can win the game with game managers. Check out FAMU for the last like 8 games of the season. All right. So it is what it is.
Listen, that's why Jackson State was trying to get out of that contract, because they knew that Tennessee State was coming with that big blue fire. So that's what that was all about. That's why they tried to duck out of there. But hopefully, again, Tennessee State will wake up and join the SWAC, and then we'll have this game every year because it definitely needs to be played.
Absolutely. So these are the recruits that Tennessee State is bringing in. They got a 4-star wide receiver. They got a 4-star, a former, let me make sure I say former 4-star DB, Jason Watkins, and then a former 3-star safety coming in. And then that also includes Kavon Pope, the linebacker from Ohio State that got kicked off the team. He left the team, actually. So, I mean, they have some serious talent coming in this year. This should be a great game. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought that Tennessee State game was gonna be a rollover. I really did. I thought it was gonna be a rollover, but you know, if it fits out right, I think that's true. Listen, if Tennessee State, and you know, talking to the boy Wonder, Blue says Tennessee State has a possibility of winning the OVC. So to me, if they go out, let's say Jackson State goes out and beat this team and they go out and win the OVC, that's a nice little strength of schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can clown all you want, but that's a nice strength of schedule if you go out and beat the OVC champ. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? If that's what ends up happening, you know what I'm saying? So just a little foreshadowing there if it does happen or if it doesn't. But that is, if they go out and do damage in the OVC and Jackson State wins or loses to a close game, that's a great schedule, out of conference scheduled game. So we'll see how that works. We shall see how that works. All right, next up. Listen. All right, Kofi, I don't know if you saw my morning show, right? So I was talking about jobs and, you know, people doing social media type stuff. And you know me, I always get some pushback. People talking about, you know, people calling me a liar and people telling me I don't know what I'm talking about and things like that. So, you know me, I just got to go get some receipts. I got to go get some. People say, listen, people like SWAC schools don't care about social media. That's all I hear. SWAC schools don't care about social media. Let me tell you what schools do care about social media. This is, listen, all jobs found on SkullSparks.com. This is Campbell University. They are looking for a digital media coordinator. You know what that says? 1 or more years experience shooting video athletic contests and utilizing video. 1 year. Bachelor degree. I think the SWAC schools don't SWAC schools give out bachelor's degrees, Kobe? They do. Okay. Experience creating. Wait a minute. Engaging social media use for. Listen, I'm not making this stuff up, SWAC. Okay. all you schools that don't want to get your social media, you are taking dollars away from your kids' mouths to go get jobs. Okay? Jobs. Once again, next up, you might not know this school. You might not know this school. This school, nobody cares about Kansas. They just won the national championship. They're looking for a creative content specialist. I didn't even know that was a real job, but they do that. If you look real close on the third bullet, it says working knowledge of following social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Bachelor's degree, minimum of 3 years experience. You can get all that in school if you do it right. And
it's a big deal, bro. Keep going.
It's a huge, and last but not least, you might not know this school. You might not know what that Tigers, it's actually LSU. All right. It says content creator. All right. Bachelor's degree, graphic design, 3 years relative experience. All right. Professional or collegiate sports, listen, these jobs are real, people. These jobs are real.
The world has changed, and you have to have a strong social media presence. Now, all you have to do is really look at what the bands have done to see the need for social media. Now, the bands haven't capitalized on the whole financial aspect of it, but from a recruitment and a perception aspect of it, they do phenomenal stuff. The Golden Girls had over 1 million and some odd followers, bro, off of that ramp routine that they did at Jackson State. Content all day is the world is digital now, so people are looking at these things. You got to be quality though, Mr. Campbell. I mean, because a lot of people talking about they be doing graphic designs and stuff, and these people are serious. They are serious. Now, I only had one thing.
Go ahead.
So obviously, can we go back and rename Campbell's mascot, like the camels and stuff? Like, what is the thing they're gonna do? Is they gonna do? Everybody gonna be walking around with humpbacks? Or, what is that?
I don't know. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I really can't.
What sound does a camel make? Like, what is that? Like,
I was so close about to say moo. I was about to say moo. I was about to go moo. Listen, bro, but listen, this is my thing. And Mr. Campbell was like, we don't have $50,000. The whole point is the whole point is Smash calling me. Smash, why are you FaceTiming me on the show, bro? I just saw you in the comments. All right. I don't know why I thought this was gonna be. Oh man. So my thing, right? This is my thing. The reason I'm showing these jobs is to let you know that if you give your students internships in the program, or if you give students these jobs on campus, they can literally step out of school and walk directly into a position. That's my point. That's my only point. You know what I'm saying? It's like literally you go from doing it as a student to walking into a 5-figure job, making $50,000-$60,000 at LSU Campbell. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So it's like, bro, what are we? Listen, you got graphic design degrees, you got all that marketing, all that crap. You know what I'm saying? I don't know all these degrees and all the what's departments. I don't know. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, is that I really was gonna say move. At the end of the day, I really did. I wanted to be like move. Anyway, I don't know why. Oh man, but at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I think you're missing out on a big opportunity for your students getting high profile jobs or being in social media, because you're not allowing them to do that on your campus and stuff like that. So it is what it is. Oh, I am so glad you brought that up, Paul Taylor. I wanted to bring something up too. Let's talk about it. It's a little bad, but you're talking about social media stats. Okay, let's talk about that since you want to bring up how well they do social media, right? So let me get this banner down. I know it's a little blurry, but stay with me. It was a hard title to find. So in 2019, IG, right? In 2019, the Jackson State social media was 0 on IG, 20,000 in Facebook. 2020, couldn't imagine what happened. It went from 90,000, 49, and 1,000. And now in 2021, it is 1,151,000 and 58,000. So all I'm here to say is this. All right. I kept trying to tell y'all Bamas. Okay. And this is for Jackson State people. All right. Sing it with me. But it was just my imagination once again, running away with me. It was your imagination. If you thought Dion didn't build y'all, stop playing with me. Okay? Once again, it was what? But it was just my imagination once again, running away with me. It's running away with you again. Okay? So let's not act like you Bamas did something before Dion. Okay? It is David Ruffin and the Temptations. That's what this is. All right, let's not play this game. Sickening. You got anything on it, Blue? I mean, my bad, Kofi. I saw Blue comment. You got anything on it, Kofi? Jesus Christ,
bro. I mean, but it's obvious. I mean, if you can't see that, that's ridiculous. You know, Dion shifted the whole narrative for Jackson State, and hey, just own it. You know, it's cool. It's cool. He was able to take a good brand and make it great. You know, make it great. It's not like Jackson State did not have a brand before, but this is a whole different level, bro. A whole different level. Nobody wasn't even looking to say what they say. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
If anybody thinks that Jackson State would have had a social media presence without Dion Primetime Sanders, you are. But it was just my imagination once again, running away with me. Once again, it was just your imagination running away with me. And this one from his for Dr. Lloyd Wilson. It was, if anybody, nobody would believe you. Kofi, you stupid. Nobody would believe you. Nobody would believe you. Nobody would believe you. So listen, if you want to take a screenshot of something and post it in a Facebook thread, by all means, do you and take a screenshot of this and I'll do it for you. I'll post it wherever you want. But this is, I know, listen, what's going to happen is everybody outside of Jackson State is going to post this and they're going to be like, Scotty said, y'all weren't nothing y'all weren't nothing until David Ruffin. Y'all weren't nothing until David Ruffin. He said that would be dope. Yeah, that would be dope. That would be a dope t-shirt. I ain't even gonna lie. That would be dope. Make sure you get the likes up. All right, make sure you get the likes up. Make sure you get the likes up. But hey, listen, I told you I was addressing all issues today. That's how I get down. Call lines are open, 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. Yeah. Man, listen, man.
You are the only participant in the contest.
You know, sometimes I gotta let people know, man. Like, don't play me. Like I will come with some receipts. Do you hear me? I will come with some receipts.
Right.
Hey, what's up, Smash? Talk to me.
Hey, Doc. Hey, that's the crazy motherfucker. How we was just talking about that earlier. You found all them damn jobs for social media presence. First of all, I'm just sitting back and thinking, like, how such and such school, you know what I'm saying? My school included. How y'all teach the shit to the students and don't hire the students for positions? You know what I'm saying? That was the first question to ask myself.
Facts.
Second thing I thought about it is the people in administration be so old. I don't even think they even know what they will be looking for with something with TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like they might say, "Do you know how to do that video thing?" Like the thing that make the video. My school is at a pep rally or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They don't even know. But nevertheless, like to any schools listening, because now I know that a lot of people really listen to Sky the Channel. Hire your own students, bro. These social media positions, you can make them up. You can make them up. Get a grant and pay a damn student. You know what I'm saying? It just make you mad that you really had to like go and open a damn show the proof of the facts. You know what I'm saying? That these positions are needed and shit. I'm looking at this LSU position for real. Are you kidding? Like, let me find out what they need. Yeah, Scott.
Boy, you make more money than that boy. Sit down somewhere, boy. You ain't about to go.
Oh yeah, that little bullshit. I wouldn't even. I'll laugh at that.
Exactly. All right, in peace. Smash talk about take a job at. My boy make 3 times that much.
Put it on the big screen.
Hey, what's up, JB?
Hey, what up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, man?
Pretty good. So hey, I just wanted to add some clarity to the conversation regarding branding and notoriety, you know, regarding Jackson State.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring up the screen while you talk about it. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So prior to Coach Prime, what HBCU had a bigger social media following than Jackson State? And number 2, my second question is, prior to Coach Prime, are you guys privy to the social media engagement measuring tool, which is called Skull Sports on Twitter?
Yeah, that's where I just got this from.
Yeah, FAMU was the only one that was ranked.
No, that's incorrect. So
they were ranked 29th. I don't know where Jackson State was, but what was Jackson State ranked?
Hold on, let me pull it up. It's actually on, hold on 1 second. Just keep in mind, prior to Coach Prime, we had a phenomenon called Snacks. And then prior to him, we had a couple of other phenomenons prior to that, which way boosted and increased our social media engagement as well as followers. No HBCU was touching Jackson State before Coach Prime. Give me 1 second.
It's a long 1 second. What is this?
Hold on, man.
So I'm looking at it right now. So in 2019, FAMU had 0 across the board. You guys had 20,000 on Twitter and 4,000 on Facebook. You guys, let me see. I don't see any other HBCUs on this page. Let me go to the next page. Tennessee State. That's HBCU, right? Is
Grambling? I would say Grambling had a bigger following than Jackson State.
I just want to make sure Tennessee State's considered HBCU, right? Because you said HBCU, right?
Yeah.
So they beat you. They had 40.
You're saying for all of 20, because you know.
No, I'm talking about 2019. I'm looking at. You said before Dion. I'm looking at. It's 46,000 on IG, 1,000 on Twitter, 0 on Facebook. So you beat them in Facebook. You beat them in Twitter, but their IG overshadows everything else that you did, so they beat you. So if you're talking about overall, going next, let me go down. I'm looking. Nope, nothing there. And let me see. Prairie View is a no. UAPB is a hell no. They last. That lets you know how bad. Alcorn State is a no. Norfolk State. They had 26,000 on IG, 0 on Twitter and Facebook. Let me see. Bethune-Cookman beats you. They had 23,000 on IG, 19,000 on Twitter. So once again, so did I debunk your stuff? Did I debunk?
What about
Not
Southern?
at all. Hang tight.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
we got to remember that Full Sports, man, when they actually release a lot of those data points and do it quarterly. So I'm wondering if you're looking at a quarter in 2019 or for the full year.
Sir,
hang tight to me.
FCS college football programs ranked by interactions generated official Twitter social accounts comparison 2020 and 2019. That's a year. That's annual. Okay. And so what are we talking about?
Hang tight.
Is there anybody else that's about to call in? Because this is getting on there.
Well,
take the wait. How about because I got your number, Scotty. Take the next call, and I'm gonna send you some screenshots.
No, you can just call back once you get the information that you think is right. Go. You can call back in. There's no biggie.
Okay, bro.
All right, no problem. Peace.
All right.
Got your number.
Hey, what's up, Dre? Talk to me.
No, you can just call back once you get the information. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, this is for Kofi. I want to know if he's worried about his wide receivers being not so big and everything, and them being able to get open.
The answer is no, not worried at all.
You know, because last year it seemed like, I mean, they had good years.
It wasn't the fact that they weren't getting open, because many of them were. I think it's just a matter of having a QB that's going to be able to make the right read at the right time. But once the ball is in their hands, they're going to be able to make plays. There wasn't a whole lot of separation even in 2019 with Ryan Stanley. Just Ryan Stanley knew where to go and knew what to do to move the ball down the field. Even when McKay came in during that time, it's basically the same receiver group. It was like night and day because Ryan knew where to go. And Ryan was a whole lot less conservative with his ball movement than I want to say McKay is. McKay hasn't gotten that flow yet, but I will say I saw a lot of those characteristics in both Musa and Maritovic. So, it's up for grabs. But I'm not worried about our receiver group. Our receiver group is going to be fine.
Okay, then. Cool. Okay, y'all have a good night.
Hey, you too, Dre. Appreciate the call, man.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Coach Green? Talk to me.
Cool.
All right, let me turn the
Y'all have a
volume
good
down.
night.
Hey, Mr. Kofi, since you here, got to talk to you since FAMU had their little spring game. How you feel about them after watching them?
I feel good about the Rattlers. We're going to be all right. Did he hang up?
Chance y'all keep the game close against North Carolina?
It depends on what the approach is. I would say defensively, we have an opportunity, and again, it comes down to scheme. It comes down to execution. My concern is going to be what our offensive scheme is going to be like against Carolina. If Coach Simmons and them are going to push it and really try to run the ball and establish an identity and score points, which is what you're going to need against North Carolina. So that's really it. There's an opportunity, and this is why I say that, right? North Carolina A&T beat Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State beat Florida State. Florida State has beaten North Carolina the last 2 years in a row. And FAMU beat North Carolina A&T. So it comes down to just getting out there and doing your thing. Is North Carolina better? Obviously, yeah. I mean, their FCS team. But, FBS team. But my point is, we've got enough Division I talent that if we play right and they do what they're supposed to do, our team is going to be all right. We're going to be good.
For sure. All right, Blue. I saw your little comment. I wasn't going to say nothing about McNeese, but you just had to slide in, huh, Blue? But you my boy still. You still my boy, but I like touche. How you feel about the quarterback situation with FAMU?
It's still up for grabs. And, we were talking about it the whole time. McKay was McKay. We know what he's going to do, which is be steady. And hopefully, but to take that next step, he's to me, not reading the defense fast enough. What I saw from Musa was somebody that was more athletic. He's got a quick release, gets the ball out there. And I like what I saw even from Maritovic. So those are the top three going into camp. I wanted to see more from Sapp. I did not. But it is what it is. So, that's going to be good right there.
Yeah, just, a little promotion. You got any other questions, Coach Green?
No, that's pretty much it, man. That's all I had for him.
All right, no problem. Appreciate the call.
All right.
Yeah, a little promotion, a little something like Coach Terry Sims.
Nice.
Be on the channel tomorrow. Shout out to him, Bethune head coach, MEAC champion, MEAC coach of the year. Just want to throw that out there since I got over 239 people. Everybody get my likes up. Get my likes up. I'm still waiting for JB to call back. Guess he couldn't find that answer. Because once again, like I said, it was just my imagination. Once again, it was just his imagination. It was just your imagination, JB. It's okay, man. Every night on my knees I pray. Dear Lord, hear my prayer.
Yes.
That boy over there trying to pray if he can get an answer. Surely die. Oh, let me stop. I'm sorry. Oh man, that was funny. Yeah, but I don't really have it. Yeah, y'all not gonna win. Y'all not gonna win that North Carolina game. It's nice little. What I will say though, and I was telling somebody, I'm glad that you guys are playing a game before the Orange Blossom Classic. That's a hard thing to just walk in, that being your first game of the season, expecting, a good outcome. So I think that benefits you guys in that sense. Hopefully nobody gets hurt, but I do like that you guys have a game before, you start playing conference games and things like that. So I think that does help. Now, would I want it to be a Power 5? No, it would have been better if it was an FCS opponent, but I still think that's a good opportunity for you guys to get, kind of get going, see what you want to do, who's going to show up, who's a baller, who can't, stuff like that, kind of, make it go a little easier for that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But no more callers on the call line, Kofi. You got anything coming up on the Bowling Strike Zone?
Me. Well, we're going to be talking about the obviously the spring football game. We're going to have Coach Simmons on, I believe. So that's going to be a very interesting conversation as we go into depth about the new hires that are on the staff, what went into that thinking. Mm-hmm. And also, just some tough questions, going from that whole, the Southeastern Louisiana game. What have we learned? Where we going, et cetera, because, Rattler Nation has a ton of expectations. But the one thing that I love about Coach Simmons and what they're doing, he is constantly trying to get better. And you can see that really with the recruits and the people that they're going after trying to bring in. I'm just amazed at effort and the creativity and the innovation. He is looking to definitely do a first-class program. So I'm proud of that.
Man, that's what's up. And once again, shout out to Amisha Williams, got drafted.
And stop saying that during Bowling Strike Zone so that people don't be calling our show Bowling Strike Zone and stuff, because that's what they be doing.
Listen, man. Listen. All 40 of the people watching your show calling it the Bowling Strike Zone is not a problem. At least they're watching, okay? At least
watching. And we're grateful. We'll be up to 100 by the fall.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You guys keep pushing forward on that. You can listen, man. You
go down Moses.
Sterling. You know what I'm saying? All y'all, Roy in the back holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Hezekiah dropping the bowler pins. Jeff on them boys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep pushing, man. Like when y'all get that, when y'all hit that 100, boy, listen, we
gonna be like, ain't no stopping now. We're on the move. Bing, 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 bing.
And I'm gonna be like,
it was just my imagination.
Hey.
Oh, it was just my imagination running away with me.
Listen. So what games you going to now? It's coming down to crunch time.
Oh man, I got my list of games coming out. I'm going to the OBC, going to Graham. Oh, we gotta call it. Let me answer this joint. Hey, what's up? What's up, Bobby? Talk to me.
What's going on, bro? I just want to say something about McKay real quick. It's
Go ahead.
a problem if you've been in a program for 5 years and you haven't made a leap visually on the field above a dude that only been there for a couple of months. I think it's a wrap for McKay.
Dang, I didn't even think he been there 5 years.
Yeah, but he hadn't really played a whole lot of football, bro.
The COVID year, so he was there. He was a freshman. Ryan Stanley senior year.
It reminds me of like a kid that got held back twice. You be like, bro, you still ain't graduated.
And he's gonna be back next year. So y'all haters on McKay finna be back next year.
Hey, bro, like
I'm gonna say this, though. I give McKay a lot of credit though, because he only played 1 year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I give him a lot of credit because I don't know, it's very few people can come into a sport and play quarterback at the college level with only 1 year of playing experience outside of college.
He's a good leader. He's got good size. He's got a good arm.
Yeah, he played baseball, so
he's got a good arm. His hands are huge. I don't know if you've ever been close to him, bro, but
small dude.
Super duper senior.
Yeah, but I think that's the issue, that you let somebody come in 1 month and they look as good as you do in a couple of months. And you've been there for 5 years. It's all good. It's all good.
Dr. McKay, don't sleep.
Hey.
Dr. McKay.
Y'all are stupid. Oh man, y'all are stupid. That's funny though. I'm sorry, y'all are dumb though. That's funny. I needed that.
Hey, you got to count the COVID year.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Well, I didn't even know that 5 years. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. You got to know the system by now. Matter of fact, you should be teaching it. Like you should be teaching it. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, listen, this is what Coach Simmons wants.
This is what Coach Simmons exactly. This is what Coach is looking for out of us.
Professor McKay.
That's crazy.
Professor McKay.
Y'all petty. Y'all petty for real for that one. I don't even want to be a part of that. That's just foolishness.
But here's the deal. His demeanor, he is so unbothered by stuff. He is so unbothered by adversity. He goes in, stuff happens, he comes right back and does what he's supposed to do. So that's why he's still there. So let's go.
All right, appreciate the call, Bobby.
Yeah. All right, bro.
All right, man. Hey, JB, you back? What's up, man?
Hey, I'm back, man.
What's good?
I just sent you a screenshot. I don't know, because I just tuned into your show, so I don't know if this is the same graphic that you were referencing. But is that the same graphic? Did you get that text?
Where'd you send it to me at?
Hold on. I sent it to 7804.
78. Oh, okay. That's my cell. Okay. Hey, appreciate you for saying the last four. Hey, smooth. That's smooth. Appreciate you that. Yeah, that's where I got this from. When I was reading you off the numbers, that's the exact place I was reading the numbers off of.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at these as of December 2019, I don't see any other HBC. I see FAMU, but they're like zero across the board.
Sir, because
I don't see any.
Let go. Fix your eyes. I want you to fix your eyes to the screen. You watching the show still?
I turned it down.
Yeah, but it's okay. I just want you to fix your eyes on the screen because I'm gonna bring up everything and I'm gonna show you where I'm getting it from. All right, so share, stop screen, share screen. Hold on, let me get this. And you already know whose Twitter I'm getting it from. My boy Blue. My boy Blue, you know I gotta get.
I'm looking at, I'm looking at Skull Sparks Twitter as well.
Okay, yeah, and I'm getting it. Yeah, and I'm getting it. If you can, let me zoom in for you because you can see skulls. So you can see skulls. Everybody can see Skull Sparks. Okay, what's that say right there? That said Skull Sparks. Everybody sees that. Okay, all right. Want to make that sure. So now. This is what he's talking about, guys. But let me show you. He only has the first page. There's other pages.
I got all 3.
No, there's 4. There's 4, sir. There's 4.
Yeah, there's 4. There's 4 pages altogether. I'm looking at the other 3.
Okay, so if you go to number 3, right, and you go down, and let me see if there's on 3.
I'm on page 3. Does it start with Citadel at number 67?
Yeah, okay. So let me go back. So if you go to page 2, 53, Tennessee State. If you go to 2019, they beat you. All right, that's 1. If you go to page 3 with Citadel, because your original point was that who did it before y'all, right? Alabama State, they had 19,000 on Twitter. That won't get it done. So if you go to page 4, you have Delaware State. Delaware State before had 5,000. That's a negative. Morgan State.
Hey, do me a favor.
What's up?
You said Tennessee State was 53. They have 46,000.
If you go all the way across to 2019. Right, it had 46. Yeah, 46,000 on IG.
They must have meant Tennessee Tech.
Nah, don't be trying to change it up now. Nah, don't be trying to listen.
The way Tennessee State outpaced Jackson, man. Come on.
Like I said, you lost, sir. You lost.
Documented.
Try again, though. It's all right. Hey, listen, man. Listen, everybody tries to get me, bro. But, I stay with the facts, my guy. Stay with the facts, my boy. Now, listen, the reason you're number 1 now is because of the change, right? So, you guys have the biggest jump. That's why you're number 1 across all the boards because you had the biggest jump. So, from 2019 to 2020, 2021, that's why you're number 1 across the board because, once again, you had the biggest change difference. I think it's like 90. I think it's like 90. I never seen a change. Like this is like Bitcoin numbers. It's like 961% change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And listen, myself and I don't think anybody else would deny, of course, the prime effect. But I want it to be known that Jackson State definitely had an invaluable presence on social media as far as sports. Facebook needed a little work. But as far as Twitter and Instagram, with the help of Snacks and he won an ESPY and some other
you talking about the Jackson State Instagram that had 0 people on 2019? You talking about that Jackson State Instagram? All right.
You said 0. Hold on.
Yeah. Go back. Go listen, sir. You talking to the right one? You talking to the right one? It says 0. Goose egg on 2019. Goose egg.
It wasn't like there was 0 people following the page.
Oh, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. So now Skull Sparks ain't got it right. They ain't got it right. They ain't doing nothing right.
I mean, we have to be, very cognizant of what we're putting out there. When it says 0, that's not necessarily saying there's 0 engagement or interactions. You know what I'm saying? That's just percentage of Twitter.
Sir, it says at the top of the thing, interactions generated in 2021. That's the same stat they used in 2019, sir. What are we talking about? That means it was 0 interactions.
But okay, so with that being said, you got to look at it though. At a lot of the HBCUs that are even on the list, they have 0 on IG as well. I mean, Tennessee State may be the exception. With it being kind of minimal, but I think IG is a space that a lot of our HBCU football and athletic departments are really delving into now. But for the most part, they were more so on Facebook and Twitter. So just to add a little bit of perspective.
Oh, no, I got you. You know what? Hey, and also, if you think about it, it could be something like this. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for calling, G. It was just his imagination. running away with him. Okay, it was just his imagination running away with him.
Oh God,
that's funny. Hey, what's up, Bridges? Talk to me.
Sure, what's up, man? I want to get on the case situation right quick. Just y'all, Scotty, just bear with me. What's up, Kofi? How you doing?
What's up?
So he played baseball all his life, and think about quarterback. Quarterback is really the hardest position on the field because what you got to do and how athletic really your arm has to be.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pitcher. Scotty, you played baseball before?
Negative. Oh, story time. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you the last time I played baseball. So the last time I played baseball, I was in middle school, right? And me and my homeboy Mario, one of my best friends, still my best friend to this day, we went out for the baseball team, and we were in the shortstop line, like catching like line drives or whatever. That's how I tell you. I don't even know. So he like the coach is hitting the ball. You got to scoop it up and throw it at first base, right? So it's a white kid right in front of me, right before I'm about to go. And he hits the ball. The coach hits the ball. It takes a bad hop. It hits him on the heel of his glove, pops up and hit him in the eye. I dropped my glove right on the spot. I walked off the field. I said, this ain't for me. This is not for me. My boy Mario was like, yo, he was like, hey, Rion, where you going? I said, going home because this is not for me. That was the last time I stepped foot on a baseball field, bro. I swear to God, it was the last time. Nah. I said, when I saw that, I said, no, sir, I am good to go. But go ahead. Tell your story.
Oh, God.
The attack of the killer baseball.
Nope. All right, serious moment.
How baseball changed me.
I played baseball in middle school and high school and stuff. Coming from a baseball arm type person, especially if he's not playing multiple positions, McKay just plays pitching. And when you playing pitching, you're designated to throw. Your arm is trained to throw for one spot and one spot only. One spot and one spot only. You got to think about McKay's short game range when he's throwing the ball. He really can't throw that long ball like that. That's number one. And somebody that's starting a quarterback at a young age and somebody starting at a quarterback at a older age is totally different in the mechanics and how you learn in quarterback. Because Tom Brady still learning stuff in the NFL. It takes people to actually learn the game. Oh, I finally learned it. You can tell who finally learns the game. McKay hasn't finally learned the game yet, and that's why he's making the same decisions. That's why he's kind of doing the same stuff because he never truly learned that position. Is he okay in that position? Yes, for coming off of 1 year out of high school, but do he truly learn that position? He hasn't learned that position yet. So that's why McKay makes those throws. You be like, why the hell did he make that? Because he truly hasn't learned that position. And that's why you see like Jeremy and Junior, when they play quarterback all their life, making a certain type of throws and seeing certain type of things, and they can like maneuver their arm and going down the field and stuff. That's why certain type of throws look way better than McKay's does. So I do give him that defense as far as, what's going on with him and how to process that. A lot of people process it fast or slow. And
Appreciate the call, Bridges. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Yeah, so like the stream. Hey, listen, man. I have so much respect for people who play baseball. Like like when I watched Hardball and he was like, "Are you scared of the ball?" I was like, "Yes." Like I am petrified. Like I do. Listen,
you people sleeping this stuff. There's a reason why they wear the hard hat at the plate. That baseball can literally kill you. It can knock you out.
Let me tell you,
it hurt.
Once I don't like something or I feel it might threaten my life, I don't go back to it, right? So
baseball is not kickball, people. It is not kickball.
My girl would tell you, I use a butter knife to cut a lot of stuff in my life. I use a butter knife to cut onions, tomatoes, my sandwich. I don't like sharp objects because I don't want to cut myself, okay? So like once my mind gets in, is like, yo, like we're going to protect ourselves. Like I don't like, yeah, it's butter knife for me, baby. Butter knife all the way. Like I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on butter knives. You can cut a lot of stuff with a butter knife and not hurt yourself in the process. Just saying. So that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I like to protect myself at all costs. So yeah, I have so much respect for baseball players. Like for real, bro. Like I seen like a video where like the curveball looked like it was about to hit somebody, then it just came in. I'm not about to deal with that. I'm not. It's not even a game.
It's not easy, bro.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not even. I have so much respect for you guys. So it is what. And then like depth perception, like it looks closer. Like I played soft. Oh, another story time. I said the last time I stepped on the baseball field, right? So in the military, we play softball. Like that's really big in the military. They play softball. So, you know, I'm probably like the only black guy on my team, maybe like the second or third black guy. But you know, they're like, hey, Scotty, you know, you can run. We'll put you in the outfield, right? So my depth perception is really like off when it comes to baseball because it looks like, you know, it looks like it's about to drop, but then it goes over your head. And you be like, what the crap? So it's really messed. So
you were embarrassed.
No.
All skills were minimal.
I don't care. Like that's not my sport. So I really don't be caring. I really be out there just trying to have fun.
But you were ashamed a little bit.
I don't. No, not even a little bit. Because I told him my depth perception's off. I'd be like, I'm like, yo, like what? Like even like football is way easier. Like I can time and jump, whatever. Anyway, so there's a guy that was on my team. This is when I really said I will never, ever play softball, baseball again, right? So we're running for the ball, and he's like, I got it, right? So I let him get it. He has the glove up, right? It skims his glove, hits him in the eye, bow, right? Drops. His eye, Kofi, no lie, put this on my kids. I put this on everything I love. His eye is bleeding. I'm talking about like gushing, like dripping, right? So he hits the ground, right? So everybody runs over and they like,
what sound did he make?
Like you like, you know, so just screaming, right? So then he on the ground. So then somebody was like, yo, Scotty, give him your shirt. What? Give him my shirt? He's bleeding. You know how hard it is to get blood out of stuff? Yeah, whatever. That dude, so come to find out, he pushed his cornea. He pushed his.
Oh, wow.
Dude, it was bad. He pushed his cornea to the, it was bad.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, it was just dripping, bro.
It went from funny to, ooh.
Nah, but listen, it was like when they asked me to give up my shirt, I was like, give up my shirt. Like, he's bleeding. Like,
you take off your shirt. Where your shirt at?
Where your shirt at? You know what I'm saying? Take off my shirt to help him.
You was the only black person there. That's why they told you that.
That's probably why. But yeah, that junk was bad. It pushed his cornea. Oh, yeah. That's when I really was like, yo, I'm done. Like, I'm like,
nah. Dear white people, if there's only one black person in your group, don't ask them for anything. Thank you. The management.
Oh, okay.
Do not ask us, dear white people.
Hey,
do not ask us about our hair. Do not ask us about. Let us show you how to cook fried chicken. All right.
Hey, okay. Last story time. This one's gonna be a little gruesome, right? This one's okay. So listen. So I'm moving into this apartment, and it's in the hood, right? So I'm moving into this apartment. It's in the hood. So the girl I'm talking to at the time, she's like helping me, you know, move my stuff and everything like that. We just came back from Target and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, we just got a whole bunch of stuff. The lady comes running around, grabbing her face, right? Like, oh my God, he trying to kill me. He trying to kill me, right? So I'm like,
baseball.
No, fool. It wasn't no. So he comes, so she come, I mean, listen, grabbing her face. Oh, he trying to kill me. He trying to kill me, right? And her face is bleeding. Like you can just see it dripping, right? So the girl I'm talking to, she's like, oh my God, are you okay? And she's like, no, he's trying to kill me. So she's like, let me see your face. She pulls her arm, her hand down. She has a cut, like all the way. Holy. Like legit all the way across her face. Like
my God. Like Jason and sliced up.
Bro, sliced up, bro. No lie. Do you know this girl had the nerve to grab one of my brand new towels from Target to put on her face? It had the tag still on it. You talking about hot? I was hot. I was so mad. She went to the trunk of my car. She grabbed the towel. She's like, put this on your face to stop the bleeding. I'm like, no, you just didn't use one of my towels. I was hot, bro. I was hot.
You're going to get me another towel because I don't know you. You gonna go get me another towel. You didn't ask for my permission to use my towel. You just grabbed it.
Just grabbed.
Love the servanthood. Go get me another towel.
Right. And you know, you probably got like old towels upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I was hot, bro. I was
all
hot.
Right. So you got me in storytelling mode now. So
Go ahead.
This is not about people getting killed or sliced, okay? All right. But when I was a little boy in Jackson's Mall, did I tell you this story? All right. I was a little boy in Jackson's Mall. I have a cousin named Kobe, who graduated from Callaway High School. Anyway, we were about 6 years old, and we went to the Jackson Mall and in JCPenney. So, and you know, when your mom and your auntie go shopping, you know, they don't be paying attention to you. They just, you know, tell you to get somewhere and don't do nothing and blah, blah, blah. But the racks back in the day would shift and change. So you would get in the clothes and you'd be rotating the little racks around and playing around in there. So my cousin Kobe and myself were in the clothes and we're just running around in the clothes. So my Aunt Margaret comes up, Kobe, get out in clothes. I was like, all right, so we chill. But she went back to shopping again, which meant we're going to be here for a minute. We need something to do. So guess what? We went back in the clothes. So we go back in the clothes. We run around in the clothes. Kobe, I done told y'all to get out of them clothes. I'm telling you. So it's like, all right. Okay. All right. So we waited a minute. She went back to the little clearance rack doing her thing. We went back in the clothes again. So this time she is pissed off. Kobe, I done told y'all go back in them clothes. I'm tearing y'all little asses up right here in the mall. Do you hear me? I am not playing with you. Okay. All right. But of course, she went back to shopping and we went back in the clothes. About 5 seconds later, she reaches into the clothes. What? Did I tell your ass not to get in them clothes? Did I tell you not to get in them clothes? Tell you not to get in them clothes. Tell you not to get in them clothes. And it was a little white boy. She tore his tail out. We came out from the... We came... His mama came out. Maya, I'm so sorry for my boy. I'm so sorry. But I tell you what, I bet you he won't take his tail back in them clothes again. I bet you that won't happen. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Now we are in the heart of Mississippi, okay? And she is tearing this little white boy's tail up. Everybody was like, what in the world is going on up here in Jackson, man? I don't understand.
Boy, that's funny. That's funny. Hey, so all right. So since we talk about whoopings, right? I got plenty of them, but I ain't gonna tell one about me. So I got plenty of them. Listen, I got beat like Kunta. I was in Savannah, Georgia, with my dad's. He said a life sentence. Oh man! He said, "Rest in peace, Emmett." Oh man! Oh, that was funny. Oh man! So listen, that Emmett Till one was good. So I'm in Savannah. That's where my dad's family is, and so it's me and 3 of my cousins. And we go to the mall and we going around, she walking around, and I'm with my aunt. Like, so I'm like right by her, and they go run off. My 3 cousins, they go run off. And I'm just staying right beside her because, you know, I was raised like real strict. So, you know, she told me like, stay right here. I'm like, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? So we walking around. So we leaving and the alarms go off while we walking out. And then, you know, she looked down at them and they like, so the lady's like, can you guys come here? And she started checking their pockets. They got all type of stuff like chains, you name it, rings, all type of stuff. And she like, oh yeah, you know how black mamas be. Oh, you want to steal?
Oh,
you want to steal, right?
Yeah.
So she was like, ma'am, you know, they gave it all back. You know, you don't have, you know, we won't call the police. She said, no, call the police, get the paddy wagon and take all their asses to jail, right? So they call the place, the police take them in the thing, sit them in there, lock them up. You know what I'm saying? They over there crying. We don't want to go to jail. We don't want to go. We like 12 and 13. We like 12 and 13 at the time, right? So I'm just like, dang, I'm just looking. So she's like, get them out. So we take them out and we take them home, right? So she gets home and she says, take off all the clothes I bought you.
Yeah, that's a butt naked beating right there.
God, listen.
That's a butt naked beating right there.
You
didn't embarrass me in the mall.
Oh man, listen, this is where it gets bad. So she goes, she gets the switches multiple switches because it's like
multiple.
It's 3 of them. It's 3 of them. She got to whoop, right? So when she started whooping, I'm downstairs on the sofa and I got like a little pillow, just like, and she starts going to work. Boy, I was over there. I fell for them boys. I really did. And then so she will be whooping them, and then she whooping them. So she would stop, come down, right, and go grab another one. I ran upstairs. They in the corner grabbing their cojones like this. No, it was the scariest thing I ever seen in my life. Because my mom never beat me with switches. My mom beat me with belts, and my mom has never beat me naked. Like that's just. Like, nah, we not.
You still in the mall, but see, you ain't still in the mall though. See, if you had stolen the mall, you'd have got a butt naked beat.
Oh man, listen, man.
Oh Jesus, whoo! I felt that one there.
Yeah, listen, that one still gives me nightmares. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I got a lot of beatings in my life, but the one that traumatized me the most is hearing them scream while I was downstairs with the pillow. I was like, oh my God, like it just sounded so brutal. Oh man, that was bad, man. That one, whew, that was some bad beatings back
Jesus, there. Lord, I felt that one. Gee,
yeah. Shando, that's oof.
Yeah,
I feel. Anybody that got whooped with switches, man, I feel for y'all for real.
Yes, listen. If you look, everybody in the South done got beat with switches at some point.
Yeah,
with a switch or switches.
Yeah. I just, man, yeah.
That's traumatizing right there. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So listen, I don't believe in capital punishment. That's just I stopped whooping my kids a long time ago. But yeah, man.
I believe in beating children. The Bible say foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction drives it far away from him. I believe in beating kids. Sorry. If your child stay with me and they don't do what I tell them to do, I'm telling you now, you don't send them over here. They're going to get beat. Now, I believe in talking to them at first. All right. I believe in trying to, find the alternate way. Timeout works for some children. Timeout works. You can put them in the corner, especially if you've been doing it from the beginning. You consistent with it. A good timeout will bring a kid to tears because they have conviction in their heart. And blah, blah, blah. But there's always this one child where the timeout don't do it. The timeout don't do it. Grabbing them by the arms does not do it. You have to literally tear their tail up. And in the words of Tyler Perry, tear their ass up. You have to literally tear their ass up. And that's just it. Now, I'm just saying. I got girls. I stopped spanking my girls at 6.
Yeah.
At age 6, I stopped spanking. After that,
I couldn't do my.
I didn't do it after that.
Yeah, I couldn't do my daughters. It don't feel right. It don't. Yeah.
Now sons, absolutely. You know, some of them just knuckleheads, and their coaches. Many of them that I've coached and just done stuff like that.
I like this question. What school needs a belt right now?
UAPB.
Boy, man, listen.
Grambling. Nope. Grambling, you first in line with this here belt. Let me tell you why. You done sat up here and recruited all them children and gave the kids Rice Krispie treats. Then you hired Art Browse, and you knew all the craziness he was going to bring to not only you, but all the heat the HBCUs. Now Art Browse can't get a job nowhere. You done embarrassed Hugh Jackson with his nonprofit organization. All of this stuff coming out. Then you hired a volleyball coach who didn't even win the conference, but was out there smoking weed and cigars and all kind of turn it around. Turn around. Come here, Gremlin. Yeah, you finished.
Come here, Gremlin.
Come here, Gremlin. Come here. Then I tell y'all to get y'all house in order and stuff. And y'all came to that spring game. Y'all better be at them games in the fall. Or y'all gonna get another one.
I'll tell you this. I wouldn't give it to the school of Grambling. I would have to give it to the AD. Like,
yeah, AD needs
AD. Like, listen, bro. The AD's grandmama needs to just meet him. Just meet him in his office. Just meet him in his office. You know what I'm saying? Like I did not raise you this way, Travion. I did not raise you this way. So yeah.
I'm sorry. Your school is in the heat of the darn South. Everybody know in the South you eat grits, eggs, bacon, biscuits, pancakes, good breakfast with omelets, onions, bell peppers, all kind of stuff. You in Louisiana where they put scrimp and grits and all that other stuff, and y'all came up with Rice Krispies and Frosted Flakes and Fruit Loops. Come on, Grandma. Turn around.
Oh yeah. UAPB gets one. Who else?
Why, but you got to tell them why they getting the beating though.
Because they listen. UAPB is the kid in the back of the class that just don't do nothing. Like you just there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the teacher call your house and be like, ma'am, I don't know if your son's smart. He just sitting in the back and doesn't do anything. So I'm just raising a dummy, huh?
Hey, why black people got to start with the question and talking to themselves before they beat you?
So, you know, you like,
so I'm raising a dummy.
I'm just raising a dummy, huh? So,
lazy ain't next.
But you real loud on them games though. Oh, I'm gonna show you though. I'm gonna show you though. You get real loud on the game. I'm gonna show you though.
Turn around.
So that's definitely for UAPB. Listen. If I'm being honest, I think you gotta get Jackson State a whooping, and it's
why you got to beat Jackson State?
You gotta get Jackson State a whooping because they're the kid that think they can do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where they at right now. You know what I'm saying? That's where they at right now. So you be like, so you too good to eat rice and you too good to eat rice and beans now. Oh, you got yourself a little job.
A jobby job.
You got yourself a little job. Oh,
you the abusive parent, man. Jackson State don't need no beating right now.
Listen, you like, no, that's the kid that you like. That's the 16-year-old that you be like, oh, you smelling yourself. Okay.
So you got an attitude. You talking back to me.
Oh, you a man now. Oh,
look, I'm gonna tell you who need to get beat. Who should have got beat. Now, Alcorn with them kids with no shoes and playing out there in the mud with them raggedy.
With no trainer.
Come here, Alcorn. Turn around. Y'all sitting up there.
I like that. Yeah.
Yes. That's why Jackson State need that beat.
Yeah.
Oh, so you gonna lie and try to make it seem like the commissioner and the advertiser for the classic is their fault and everything. You tried to lie, and then you put it on you sat up there, see.
Hey,
then you went off and you started and scheduled another game without telling us what was going on.
Hey, this how I look. This how I look like this. He be like, so everybody lying on you. So so that's like, listen, my mom used to say that too. My mom be like, so So the principal, they lying on you, huh?
Uh-huh.
So
the promoter lying.
And the teacher. So everybody just lying on you. Why everybody lying on you, Scott? Everybody lying on you, Jackson State. So everybody just lying. You know what are we doing? You know, like okay, you know who else need to get whooped? The SWAT commissioner. You know why? Why he needs to get whooping? He needs to get a whooping because he lying. You said that UAPB and Jackson State game was gonna go down. That's what you said. That's what you said. So who lying? Who lying? You said you can make that happen. So who lying?
Well, I think Dion, Ashley, and the commissioner need to line up, and somebody just need to, find out get to the bottom of actually how this went on. So who is the ringleader? Is it Dion?
Yeah.
Dion?
Yeah.
Was it Dion? Dion, what you have to do with this? Because you had a big mouth talking about how the promoters and stuff be stealing money. Was any money stolen? We had agreed to play the game. Now we got to go back to the Memphis people, all the business people, and try to straighten that out after you done shamed their city and
Hey, listen, this how I do. He be like, listen. So if you're the president of Jackson State, now I'm gonna go down here to this SWAT commissioner's office, and if you tell me this game ain't gonna go down, that's me and you. Okay, it's gonna be me and you. Now, when we go down to the SWAT commissioner office, and he talk about he don't know what game he don't know what game you talk about. Oh, we gonna have a prop. Oh, we gonna have a
oh my
just
God.
know it's gonna be me and you. And then my mom would say at the fight, like, is there anything else you need to tell me now before I go down? Is there anything else? Is there anything else you need to tell me before I go down to the SWAT commissioner?
Listen.
All right now.
Speaking of whippings, I got to tell you one more Jackson beat. It seems like all my little beats and stuff went Jackson. So, me and my cousin Kobe and my cousin Renee was in Jackson on 411 Hanging Mouse Circle, and we sitting up there, and everybody, we ain't had nothing to do because it was spring break, and we jumping on the sofa. So you jumping on the sofa, My daddy comes down into the little the living room area. He sees us jumping on the sofa. I mean, we was pillow fighting, just everything. So I don't know how black parents can just grab, especially that, just grab the end of the belt and everything come off at just one time like a sword.
Booty tang.
And he just, can I tell your A to sit y'all A's down on the goddamn sofa like it acting like y'all got these? He just sit y'all A's down. So then he beat the crap out of me and my cousin Kobe. Now, my cousin Renee looks like Janet Jackson.
Oh, wow.
Up.
That's dope.
Man, he took one look at her and she looked all sad. And he was like, just go on over there and sit down. Boy, we was some kind of hot. Boy, we was like, beat her. Like, what? Why she ain't get beat? Why she ain't get beat? Beating us like Hebrew slaves. Why y'all beating us? Just go on over there. Let's go on over there and sit down.
Listen, all right. I'm gonna tell this last story and we gonna get out of here. I don't think this one. I don't think it's funny, but it's just funny to me because my second youngest daughter, her name is Eris. Y'all met her. She's Eris. She's the one that's like, okay. That's her, right? She is. So I believe in going down with the shit. When I used to lie to my mom, and my mom used to hit me with that line, if you just tell me the truth, it'd be like, nah, you gonna have to beat me. You just gonna have to beat me. Like, I ain't about to give up no information. You just gonna have to just beat me. All right. So my daughter is the same way. And I didn't even realize that was me until I'm seeing myself in, right? So I catch her writing on the wall, right? Like I see you seeing me. I see you writing on the wall. I'm like, Eris. She drops it. I'm like, Eris, were you just writing on the wall? I'm like, what the? She turned around. I'm like, Eris Jade, was that you writing on the wall? I said, Eris, I'm gonna give you one more chance to get this right. Was that you writing on the wall? I go get the belt, right? Oh, I get a spoon. I get like a wooden spoon because I don't really, I get a wooden spoon. And I'm like, Eris, tell me I'm gonna pop you. So she just starts crying. I haven't even touched her. Haven't even touched her, right? She's like, I'm like, Eris, Jade. I'm like,
ain't nothing like your daughter crying, bro.
I'm like, Eris, Jade, stop crying. She just gets wailing. I mean, wailing, right? I'm like, Eris, Jade, tell me the truth. Did you write on the wall? No, sir. And I'm like, bro, like, what are we doing? I couldn't even whoop her. I just heard her get out of my face and go get it to clean up. But I'm like, bro, I caught you red-handed. But both my kids are like that. So last story, so Shy, my son. So I told Keela this story. She died laughing, right? So I'm in my apartment and Shy's like, Daddy, I gotta go to the bathroom. I said, okay, cool. And he just in there a little too long, right? So he up on the sink, like he just going to town drinking because it's late. So I told him he couldn't have nothing to drink because I don't want you peeing in the bed. I'm like, Shy. He jumped down. I said, Shy, what was you doing? Washing my hands. I said, Shy. And the way Shy talks, he talks with his hand. He's like, Daddy, I was just washing my hands, Daddy. I was just washing my hands, Daddy. I said, Shy, what were you doing? Daddy, I said, I'm gonna Shy, I said, I'm gonna whoop you if you don't tell me the truth. Daddy, I was thirsty. Daddy. Daddy, I was thirsty. Man, my kids are funny, bro. My kids are funny. I love my kids, but they are a trip, bro. They are the extension of me. But Shy won't go down with the ship, but Eris, she'll go down with the ship. She'll go down with it. I love it. I absolutely love it. But man, listen, we're gonna get up out of here. Tell them on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Love you, man.
No, I said tell people where you gonna be at on Wednesday.
We're gonna be on the O&G Strike Zone. That's Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m.
All right, Bowling Strike Zone, Wednesdays, 7. You said 7 or 8? 9?
8.
What?
8.
8? Okay, 8. All right. Tomorrow, Coach Terry Sims will be on the platform. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 6 o'clock Central Time. All right, I got another guy coming up on Thursday. I'm going to make that announcement on Wednesday or after the interview. I think people are going to like that one. All right. So listen, make sure you turn into the Bowling Strike Zone on Wednesdays with my boy Kofi, Brian, and they do all things FAMU. Hey, listen. Let's get them to 100. Let's get them to 100 viewers. All right. Let's do that. Let's get them to 100 live viewers. Okay. Not 100 replays in 3 weeks. 100 live viewers. Y'all can do it.
Let's go.
I believe in y'all. Y'all can do it. All you gotta do is go in there for a quick second, but y'all can do it. All right, y'all can do it. We believe. All right, we are the world. Until next time. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna holler, but hey,
it was just my imagination once again running away with me.
That's been my time. I'm out. Peace.